the last time you took a look at a globe or a world map? Now, you probably assume that everything is just the way it was the last time you looked, right?
Well, after all, you don't expect oceans, rivers, mountain ranges, or continents to be making any dramatic changes. But when new nations appear or borders change, that can alter the layout of your globe or map entirely.
So you can imagine how challenging it is when political events create the need for new maps. Well, this is exactly what happened in the early 90s when the Soviet Union collapsed. Suddenly, former republics became independent nations, and that means out with the old and in with a whole new set of maps and globes.
In case you've ever wondered how they keep up with the changes, let's go along with CNN for a behind-the-scenes look at professional map makers.
Making a map looks about as exciting as taking a nap, but with republic after unpronounceable republic announcing independence,
this makes our life very interesting.
Lives spent rearranging borders on a computer screen or penciling in rivers. Here at the Hammond Map Company in Maplewood, New Jersey, they are waiting for the U.S. State Department to recognize some of the Russian republics as independent states. Until then, there will be no changes. Other map companies, such as Rand McNally, are already printing maps that show the Baltics as independent countries. In classrooms, class struggle is no longer the topic when it comes to the Soviet Union.
What's this map going to look like maybe next year?
To answer that, you'd have to know how to read minds rather than maps. Map makers haven't faced this much geo-confusion since 1960, when there were changes involving 17 African countries, but that was easy compared to this.
Normally, when things happen in the world, we're apprised of it ahead of time. We know the date when it's going to happen, and we can prepare for it. This thing, we really haven't prepared for it, and things seem to be rushing, but it's still very fluid.
Russian?
No pun intended.
Now, you might think Americans don't care about maps. After all, in surveys, Americans tend to come in last in geographical knowledge compared to adults in other countries. In a Gallup poll of 18 to 24-year-olds, 14% of the Americans polled couldn't find the United States on a map, and 13% of the Soviets polled couldn't find the Soviet Union. The question is, will there be a Soviet Union to find in the months ahead? Cartographers, map makers, say a crisis tends to boost map sales.
Same thing happened during the Persian Gulf crisis.
But when globes and maps get out of date, they go on sale, though even the sales seem to be a crisis behind.
Since Germany has been unified, we're putting our pre-unified Germany globes on sale.
Ginny Moe, CNN, Maplewood, New Jersey.
Take a look at maps and globes created over the past century, and you'll see how map lines have changed at various times in history.
Exactly when new nations will rise and old ones will fall will always be hard to predict.
But as political events continue to change throughout the world, map makers will be standing by.